Coming up on 9 News Mornings, more ballots will be counted today in Denver's municipal election. What we know about the results so far, including who's in the lead to lead the city of Denver. An historic day in court. Donald Trump has officially turned himself in. Strong reaction from the former president with the nation watching. And no surprise that spring in Colorado sometimes means more snow. Ed has the latest on your forecast and the warm-up on the way. 9 News Mornings starts now. We begin with breaking news. Right now, Highway 36 is closed in both directions from Federal to Sheridan Boulevard. Yeah, the Adams County Sheriff's Office says this is after shots were fired on the highway. Night reporter Darius Johnson joins us live from the scene. And Darius, what do we know so far?
Jordan and Corey, good morning to you both. This is the scene right here on Pecos and 36. You can see the investigation playing out right here behind me. This all started around 11:30 last night. Take a look at this map that we've been able to put together for you so far as we still tried to get video this morning. They say that this was at the Villa Apartments at 76 in Pecos where they received a call for a gunshot wound. When they arrived, they found a female victim. She was then taken to the hospital. She's still being treated at this point in time. Deputies say while they were on the scene, they saw the suspect pass by after the victim gave them a suspect description. Once they saw that suspect drive by, they then went in pursuit of that suspect going southbound on Pecos and then going westbound onto US 36. Back out here live, that is US 36 that is closed right now. Deputies say once they got onto US 36, the suspects started firing shots from their vehicles. The deputies did return fire. However, at this point in time, it's unclear exactly how many shots were fired or how many deputies fired. They were able to perform a pit maneuver later on, and that's when they were able to get those 3 to 4 suspects in custody. No one is injured. None of those deputies were injured or the suspects at this point in time. Right now, US 36 from Sheridan to Federal is closed going east and westbound, and that will be a closure that many people will come across this morning as this investigation continues. Jordan and Corey, I'm going to go ahead and send things back to you both in studio as we continue to try to flush out more details and try to get a little bit more video right here at the scene. But the workaround is to get off at Pecos and try to make your way around from there.
Yeah, this is big news. That's a pretty big closure happening this morning.
It is. Darius, thank you. Let's check in with Erica Lopez for those detours. Good morning.
Yeah, a few options for drivers that typically travel that way. We know it's a highly traveled area. Again, just to quickly reiterate what Darius was talking about, just to give you some context on the map here, Highway 36 is shut down between Pecos and Sheridan, both directions. So one option, you could take Federal up to 104th Avenue and get back onto Highway 36 that way. Another option for you, you could just avoid that big stretch of 36 altogether. You could just take Wadsworth and get back onto Highway 36 from there. Now, aside from that, not a whole lot else happening on the roads. Travel times are quick. 10-minute ride and we're in the green on 225 both directions between I-70 and I-25. Northbound ride, as you can see there, exactly the same, very quick. 10-minute travel time into Commerce City on westbound 76. And if you're going to be traveling on I-25 here soon, no issues between downtown and the Denver Tech Center. 14-minute commute both ways.
And thank you, Erica. Yeah, we got a cold morning going on right now. 11 degrees. How cold is it? Well, that breaks the 1983 record of 12 degrees. So we have a record low this morning, and who knows how low it's going to go because we have those clear skies, and that's a little snow is left. Now we have clear skies around here, and that's what we will see today. A little bit of sunshine, but then another little disturbance moves on through. A couple of afternoon scattered snow showers just before this system leaves, a little dusting of snow, and then it's gone. And by tomorrow afternoon, we're in sunshine once again, albeit on the cool side. 43 degrees for today, partly cloudy with those rain showers in the afternoon, rain or snow showers. Then tomorrow, sunny skies, but cool, 53 degrees, 60 is normal for this time of year. And then Friday, 67 degrees, Saturday, 71, 75 on your Easter Sunday, 79 on Monday, and 80 on your Tuesday. And I don't know, but looking at this, I think we're holding 5 aces here.
All right, Ed, thank you. Right now, police in Aurora are asking for help finding this missing person. His name is DeWitt. Police say he is 24 years old, but acts a lot younger. He was last seen around 2 yesterday afternoon, leaving the Community College of Aurora Lowry campus on Alton Way. Police say DeWitt was wearing a black jacket and sweatshirt, gray sweater, and black pants. If you think you've seen him, police are asking you to call 911.
This morning, we're getting closer to learning who will be Denver's next mayor. With 16 candidates, we knew this was going to head to a runoff. The number of votes counted so far show 2 candidates pulling ahead. Anusha Roy is following this story for us. Anusha, a third candidate, though, is making things interesting.
Yeah, if there is one thing to take away this morning is that there are a lot of ballots left to be counted. So right now we have Mike Johnston with about 24.73% of the votes, Kelly Bruff sitting at 22.25%, and in third place is Lisa Calderon with 15.16% of the votes. So right now, Johnston and Bruff are pulling ahead, but as of the latest update that was at 11:30 last night, Denver Election said it still had 65,000 ballots, or around 38% of those who cast their votes to count. So this is not set in stone yet.
I think our spirit has always been, we are not the victims of our own story, we're the authors of our own story. And so the question is, what chapter are we going to write next? What chapter are we going to write about what this city will become?
So many people in Denver, I think, share some of the experiences I've had in my life, and I think they want a mayor who understands those issues and they believe can help them navigate it.
Election workers will be back to count the votes at 9 o'clock this morning. And what we're watching for is what happens with Lisa Calderon and if she can pull ahead of Bruff to move on to the June 6th runoff. Her supporters tend to be younger, minority voters, more progressive. They do tend to vote later. She would need the remaining ballots to go her way in a pretty significant way, but it is not out of the realm of possibility. We're expecting that next update at 2 p.m. this afternoon.
And Anusha, it's a smaller group of voters deciding a very powerful position here.
Yeah, we're talking about a 38% voter turnout to decide Denver's mayor, which is arguably one of the most powerful positions because the mayor is overseeing the city budget versus the governor doesn't oversee the city budget, right? It's the state legislature. And the mayor is also going to be overseeing really key development projects, DIA. It has a lot of influence, this position.
Yeah, this is a position that even if you don't live in Denver, you want to pay very close attention to because you definitely use the airport. You're probably going to go see a game at the Broncos Stadium, you know, so a lot of things to keep a close eye on there. Anusha, thank you.
New overnight, the developers who were hoping to build on the Park Hill Golf Course have conceded. At
last check, 60% of voters were against developing on that land. That was pretty much the case for most of the day. The golf course has been closed for years. Westside Investment Partners bought the land 3 years ago and has been hoping to build housing, parks, and retail stores. A spokesperson for the group says they did not expect this deficit in the vote to be quite so big. In a statement, the group said, in part, the Park Hill Golf Course will forever be a case study in missed opportunities. With historically low turnout, Denver has projected its single best opportunity to build new affordable housing and create new public parks. And we're also keeping a very close watch on the city council race this morning.
In total, there are 13 seats to fill across the city's 11 districts. There are also 2 council at-large seats. The top 4 candidates for council members at large: Serena Gonzalez Gutierrez leads with 18% of the votes. Penfield Tate is at 17% right now. Travis Leaker is nearing 16%. And Sarah Parody is at 16% as well. And as more results come in, make sure you have the 9 News app. Download it to track the latest information that's coming in. It is free to download in the Apple and Google Play stores.
For the first time in history, a former president faces felony charges. Donald Trump is charged with 34 counts of falsifying business records in the first degree, which is a Class E felony in New York. All of these related to alleged hush money payments before the 2016 election. Each charge carries a maximum of 4 years in prison. And NBC's Bree Jackson has more.
Following his unprecedented arraignment, former President Trump addressed supporters at his Mar-a-Lago estate, combative and downplaying the criminal charges against him.
Everybody said this is not really an indictment. There's nothing here.
He also railed against prosecutors.
The criminal is the district attorney.
The Manhattan DA's office hit Mr. Trump with 34 felony charges related to hush money payments surrounding the 2016 election.
To make these payments, they set up shell companies, and they made yet more false statements.
Prosecutors laid out a broader picture during Tuesday's arraignment and what they called an unlawful plan to suppress negative information that could have affected Mr. Trump's 2016 presidential campaign. Trump pleaded not guilty, and his legal team claimed their client is the victim.
While everyone is not above the law, no one's below it either. And if this man's name was not Donald J. Trump, there is no scenario we'd all be here.
Protesters from both sides gathered outside the courthouse.
I'm more standing for democracy than against Trump.
This is a frame-up job.
Tuesday's criminal charges stem from just one legal matter. Trump could face more legal trouble from investigations into the storage of classified documents at his home, efforts to overturn 2020 presidential election results, and his role in the January 6th attack. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
The next hearing in Trump's criminal case is scheduled for December 4th.
One of the former president's harshest critics, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, was in Brighton yesterday and was asked about the charges and arraignment.
I'm here today to focus on what's happening here today.
President Biden has not commented on the latest events either.